Welcome to King County at your service. I'm Eric Ketto. Connecting with people is important to all of us. Meeting new friends, sharing a meal, watching a performance, these connections become even more important as you age. Let's take a look at how Indian American Community Services is providing cultural connections for seniors across our region.
I've been coming here since 2005, and I've seen the group getting bigger and bigger every year. You make more friends, new friends, and meet new people.
Indian American Community Services is a community-based organization that serves the Asian Indian immigrant refugee community and has been in Washington State for over 34 years. And we provide programming across all generations. We come from a culture where you're surrounded by family, extended family, friends and community. Here we have to take the bus. We live in suburbs. We cannot afford to always live in the midst of a city. Seniors who come to our senior center have an opportunity once a week to meet with our youth and to create art together, to create music together, to create dance together, and to have conversations together.
Who knows what is on August 30th? We have the festival of Rakhi.
It is a festival in India tying the sacred thread. Typically, the sister ties this thread to the brother. So today, our toddlers and our youth had that opportunity to tie that thread to our seniors and to commit that they are there for each other.
Brings back memories of childhood where Indian cultural things were normal thing. When we first came here, there weren't many Indian people, so there weren't any functions, Indian culture things and like that. But gradually, it's getting better day by day.
Thanks to the VSHSL levy as well as the ARPA funding that we got, this is one senior center that you saw today. But think of this as 5 days a week across different parts of King County. Seniors connect with each other in these spaces where they get to eat food that they are familiar with, they get to speak to people they are familiar with, but they also learn to develop new friendships.
I like my retired life. I met so many people and they're very friendly. I was surprised.
There's an urgent need for more behavioral health care workers. King County is partnering with unions, employers, and other governments to help solve this problem. This new apprenticeship program is supporting up-and-coming counselors.
People come to Turning Point who are struggling with the disease of addiction, and we provide a controlled environment for them to learn the skills they need to avoid substance use in the future.
If they don't have access to medical care and they don't have medical insurance, we need to start exploring options that may help them out in that department.
CMAR Turning Point is near and dear to my heart because 6 years ago I was a patient here. And through hard work and going to college and getting myself back on track, I've been able to elevate myself to a counselor, and now I'm clinical supervisor.
The need for behavioral health workers is so significant. It's actually quite dire. And so we have to figure out a way to get more people into the field. We decided to really focus energy on building behavioral health apprenticeship programs.
I, in my journey, had to leave work to go to classes throughout the day. I had to get permission to leave. I had to work on all my homework at night. This internship and the resources that are available are making it easier than ever to get involved.
The biggest challenge is just the pay. It has been increasingly difficult to recruit and to retain people in behavioral health, even though a lot of folks are very dedicated.
The apprenticeship program really opens the door. Employees are getting paid while they learn. And at the same time, the employer gets to have somebody on staff who's really learning the greatest depth and breadth of knowledge, because they're not just working on the job, but they're also going to school to learn all the theory behind what they're practicing.
Currently, we have 7 staff members who are doing the apprenticeship program. And what we're really trying to do is develop people. Good employees or employees who are really in tune to client care are seeing this as an investment.
I said, what I want to do is I want to be a counselor. They offered me a chance to go to school and gain all the skills that I would need to be successful in this field, and I'm grabbing that by the horns and I am running with it. And all these things that I am learning that I can use to help save lives. And am I like boldly dreaming when I say that? I'm gonna say no.
We can bring our own experience to the table. That's adult learning, right? And that's how you get people engaged. You gotta make it relevant.
I will say this, it does work. This actually does work, and I guess I'm an example that it does work.
We have to do something. We have to train our own. We have to start advocating for people with all different levels of education.
Behavioral health workers have put themselves on the front line of facing up to a growing challenge. It will benefit all of us to make sure that they feel fully supported.
If you want to be part of something that matters, like really matters, it's the most fast-tracked, holistic way to get your license and get a career. Not just a job, a career. And we need you.
The CD Panther football and cheer program teaches local kids about teamwork and leadership. Now, that program is getting a financial boost from the county. The grant honors former coach Devon Pickett Jr. He was a pillar of the Central District community who unfortunately lost his life to gun violence.
1, 2, 3. Today we're out here announcing the Devon and Kiana Pickett Scholarship Fund. It's going to invest $100,000 to make sure that Devon Pickett Jr.'s legacy continues. He was a big mentor for this program. He wanted the best for these kids.
Hey, we roll, look, we roll, boom.
We want to show them that even though he's gone in a tragic way, his impact, his legacy is not gone.
Your commitment to the game, your commitment to your community, your commitment to your families, that is all Devon spirit running through you.
Ready, get!
We're just having a great time tonight watching this practice of the cheer team and the young football players, learning about integrity and teamwork and leadership skills. These young folks lost a coach, and so we thought it was appropriate to pay tribute to him and to her in terms of the strength she has brought and continues to bring to the program.
This amount of money isn't usually given to a program. $100,000 we're hoping can really keep our program strong, sustainable, and like implement some new things. And my son especially all the time is like, this is for Dad, and he keeps him in his thoughts and in his like motivation, and a lot of his teammates bring him up, and so it's really nice that he has that support.
My mom said I might need a new helmet.
Why?
Because I always get headaches.
Yeah, it's probably too small then.
We always try to help kids out with hand-me-downs and things like that. So for somebody to help us out, we're super excited about it. Finally, for us to be recognized for being a community organization that really, really prides itself on family. It's big, it's huge.
And this scholarship will allow them to continue participating in this team.
Good. Your head probably didn't grow. Come on, that's a lot.
Making rivers better for salmon has benefits for people and orca too. Check out this work happening on the Sammamish River at the former Wayne Golf Course.
Whale Scout is doing some amazing work up at the Wayne Land in Bothell. The Wayne Land is a property that the county helped acquire with our Conservation Futures tax money, and we're very excited about the Whale Scout project because they are some of our first folks coming onto the site to help restore it. Whitney, thank you so much for your work and leadership of Whale Scout. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you have envisioned for the Wayne Land?
At the former Wayne Golf Course, there's about a mile of shoreline, of river and stream habitat, and so it represents an enormous opportunity for habitat restoration. The Sammamish River in the summertime gets way too hot for salmon. Those salmon are already threatened with a lot of other issues. They eventually go out to sea and feed our orcas and come back again to spawn. The river and the property is important for orcas, but it's also really important for our community. And what Whale Scout is working to do is engage local community groups and local diverse students to engage in riparian restoration that'll shade the river, cool the water, keep oxygen levels at a place where fish are a lot happier. And all the plants that we're planting are going to help intercept stormwater runoff coming off of a nearby highway. And that clean water and clean air is good for everybody. And so that's what we envision for this site, is something that is healthy for both fish, wildlife, and for our community to enjoy.
Kids are back in school, and if you have a child, it's important to make sure their vaccinations are up to date. COVID, flu, and other vaccines are available right now at no cost for children and teens through age 18.
Where can my child get vaccinated? Well, the best option is your child's healthcare provider. In Washington State, all children up to age 18 can get vaccines at no cost from certain healthcare providers. Your provider might charge an administration fee, which is a fee for their time and supplies, but if you can't afford it, you can ask to have it waived. If you don't have a healthcare provider, here are some great options. All CMAR health centers and most HealthPoint health centers in King County offer vaccinations for children up to age 18 without requiring your child to be a patient or to have insurance. Call the clinic nearest you to make an appointment. Many school districts have healthcare facilities located actually inside their schools. These are called school-based health centers. So if you live in a district with a school-based health center, your child can register and get free immunizations and other healthcare services. And the best part, you don't have to drive or take off work to bring your child to the appointment. They can actually get the care they need during the school day. If you don't have insurance or want to enroll or you need help finding a healthcare provider, contact the Community Health Access Program, or CHAP. You can find more information about getting vaccinated on Public Health's Find a Clinic webpage.
Do you ride Metro? Have a favorite bus driver? We'd like to introduce you to one of our favorites, Lisa Nolt. King County Metro awarded Lisa the department's highest honor, Operator of the Year.
I see her kindness, her leadership, and commitment to Metro and the people of King County in everything that she does.
Lisa Nault, our Metro Operator of the Year.
I give all the thanks to my mother and my family. My great-grandmother came from Alaska to Washington State about 100 years ago. And I remember my grandmother's siblings telling me that they rode the streetcar before buses ran in Seattle. We have transportation in our family.
Thanks for joining us for King County at Your Service. I'm Eric Ketto. Check us out online at kingcounty.gov/KCTV. See you next time.